This is the day the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing in it, and rejoicing in a special way out on the water here at the Intercoastal Sound off of Pensacola Bay, doing some fishing with Mission Fishing. You're going to have a great time with us today. We're going to be talking with Scott and Diane Stillman. They founded this great ministry, Mission Fishing. You're going to be hearing about the work that they're doing here. We're catching fish. It's a beautiful day out on the Gulf Coast. Also, we're going to feature two phenomenal ministries also doing a great work in the community. Salvation Army, you know, we've heard about them for all of our life, but, you know, do we really know what they're doing, the value that they have in a community? Well, Captain Stephen Wildish, the commanding officer of the Pensacola-based Salvation Army, such an impressive facility, and the services they provide to the area is just amazing. You're going to be so enthralled with that. Also, Bright Bridge Ministries, another phenomenal ministry making a great kingdom impact. The assistant director, Cheryl Hennon, gave us a great tour. You're going to be so just so blessed to hear of the work that they're doing, and you want to be a part of it in some way, I guarantee. It's all ahead here as we're out on Pensacola Bay catching fish on this week's Coast Up Close. Got to get some bait.
We will watch.
If they're like an alewife. Hopefully some greenies. That's what we like to use. Let's see.
Yeah, good look. That comes out of the grass. Yeah. Oh, these are a lot bigger.
About everything's here. The bait's here, so there should be a lot going on as far as fish around. Now, whether they'll bite or not, that remains to be seen. That's part of the fishing part. But typically, early in the morning should work right here. We'll know in just a minute.
I'm gonna hook a shark, man. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. We'll see. Mr. Scott here does seem to know what he's doing, that's for sure.
We're hoping we catch fish and we're not just fishing.
I'm very pleased to be here with Captain Stephen Wildish. He and his wife Ashley are the commanding officers here at the Salvation Army in the Pensacola area. Captain Wildish, wow, when I came into this facility, I'm ashamed to say, as a native Pensacolian, I've never been to our local Salvation Army. But wow, was I impressed to come in to see this massive facility and all that is offered to the community right here in the Salvation Army complex. So welcome to Pensacola. He and his wife Ashley have come from Tallahassee, and so you also kind of had a wow moment coming in, didn't you?
I did. I had a wow moment. You know, when I found out, my wife and I found out that we were being the commanding officers and pastors for the Salvation Army here in Pensacola. I knew nothing about this place, and so we walked in for the first time, turnkey, and we were amazed. The Salvation Army here in Pensacola, I use the words as a hidden gem in the community, as it really is. The Salvation Army here in Pensacola, we have different aspects of what we provide services for the community. First section is our main office. Our office, administrative and social services office, where we help those who are in financial struggle. And we help families who are struggling to help pay for their electric bill, water bill, rent, mortgage, payments. Also, we have a food pantry as well. With perishable, with non-perishable and perishable foods that we can provide, and diapers and things like that for infants, so that when families come to us, we can provide all their needs. Our social services staff also, when we meet their physical needs, we also let them know, hey, we have a church, so we can meet their spiritual needs as well. That was the big thing of William Booth. What he came up with is soup, soap, and salvation. His thought was, you know, people won't listen to you if they're dirty, and people won't listen to you if they're hungry. So if you meet their physical needs, they'll be willing to hear what you have to say, so that we can feed their souls and their spirits. This gymnasium is used pretty much every day of the week. So we have walk-ups, kids from the community and also adults in the community to come and just play basketball. It's a safe place for them to come, and it's an opportunity for them to not get in trouble that is out in the world. We want to, you know, show Christ to them. And even though they're having a good time playing basketball, but we want to know that Christ loves them. You know, there's a reason, you know, why they are here, and that Christ loves them in everything we do, so they can take that back home. So this is our swimming pool here, and this is occupied pretty much every day of the week, Monday through Friday. So we do have it's a group called the Sea Stars. They practice, it's competitive swimming. And our participants for that is for mental or physical handicapped children, and also children who their families are below the poverty guidelines. And so our coach, the one who runs this, wants to give those kids opportunities to be a part of a competitive swim team. Behind me, we have a football field that we have 5 football teams that come, and August 1st is when it starts the season, which that season just began. And there are kids everywhere, which is great, playing football with the 5 football teams and also 5 cheerleading squads as well, from ages 5 all the way to about 14, 15 years old. We also here to the left of me, this is a exercise station. It's a weightlifting area, but it's use your own body weight. And then we also, of course, we have a playground for kids just to have a good time, because we have parents who drop their kids off for football practice, but the kids who don't play, they can certainly be entertained. And so that's what you see behind me.
Well, I started with the Salvation Army when I was 10 years old, played baseball, basketball, football, because it's the only place that, you know, the inner city kids in this area can go. And by me being in this program, they would take a group of boys to a baseball game or something like that. And that's how it been an impact. And also it kept me off the street, because I was always wanted to come in when I worked construction work. When I got older, I started working construction work job, and it would be raining. I would have a boss man to drop me off here. There was like home away from home here for me. This is where I hung out at. This is where I wanted to be. I stayed up here. I did whatever it takes. I helped cut the grass. As a volunteer, I helped line the field off. I know how to do all that stuff now because I started as a volunteer. And then in June in 1984, they called me to work here. Salvation Army always kept their prices where kids in this neighborhood, they know they couldn't afford it. Like myself coming up. For example, I'm gonna use myself for example. If it wasn't for the Salvation Army keeping their prices down and stuff, I wouldn't have had nowhere to go and play at. I never been arrested in my life. I knew I had somewhere to go when I got out of school. I'm grateful for that.
Well, Captain, I have to ask now, funding. I mean, this is an enormous operation here with so many aspects. How do you function financially to keep this going?
Well, that is a great question, and it takes about somewhere around $5-6 million a year to fully operate this place, with keeping the lights on and paying for staff and also property upkeep.
Sure.
And everything is 100% donations. That's how we run. And also, we apply for grants and things like that through other foundations throughout the community, but we run solely on donations.
Captain Wildish, I know it takes a lot of volunteers and soldiers, if you will, to help, run the programs. How does someone, sign up and to do such a thing?
Sure, the Salvation Army, we solely run on donations, but we also solely run on volunteers. Yeah. And if someone is wanting to volunteer in our different aspect of programs that we have, they can certainly contact us, and we do have a website and also a phone number that they can contact us and find out ways on how they can get involved from what they're interested in.
Appreciate Steve and his wife Ashley and the whole staff. It's a big team here that keeps this thing going. So yeah, well, just many blessings on you.
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to share our story.
Yeah, amen.
Keep on supporting them. I tell everybody right now, I'm 64, I'm retirement age. My wife asks me all the time, "We gonna retire?" I said, "Never," because I still like in something there that I want to give back to the community. I still got, my help ain't like I really wanted it to be, but thank God I'm still able to walk through those doors and tell some child that it's very important that, that the Salvation Army can help you. They have so much can help. Like I said, they got a community center, they got a church, they help family with different stuff around here. And they got mentors, they got a great coaching staff, we got a good staff right now. So saying that, the Salvation Army had very much impact my life. I tell people right now, I don't owe, Salvation Army don't owe me nothing. I owe Salvation Army. I told one officer one time, he said, "Well, we might have to do a layoff." I said, "Well, as long as I can come back and volunteer, the door's open, because this is where I want to be."
We are having a good day out on the water here.
These fish can be kind of big, so you want to just hold this. You don't have to do anything, just hold it. Just don't let the line get too slack. But when it starts going, you don't have to do nothing. It's got a circle hook on it.
So I don't have to
A
set
circle hook doesn't have to be set, it automatically
What are
gets,
those, are they
that's
mullet?
mullet, yeah, there's mullet everywhere.
Beautiful day here on the Gulf Coast. Oh, Hudson's got
That's a nice fish. Look at it. There you go. That's what we're after right there.
No, well, look at there.
It's a great pleasure to be out on the water, enjoying the beautiful Gulf Coast. And part of the Gulf Coast allure is the great fishing we have here. And none better to take us out are Scott and Diane Stillman. Scott and his wife, they founded Mission Fishing Organization. Isn't that a great name? And truly use their love of fishing and the skill that they have gathered through the years to use it for the kingdom and kingdom purposes. And Scott, it's just great to have you out here, brother.
Thank you,
Yeah, thank you for giving us a good tour here. We're out on the Intercoastal Sound. And,
That's right.
And little Hudson's already got him a good speckled redfish.
Redfish, that's right.
Yeah. So, Scott, tell us about Mission Fishing and why you founded it.
Okay. Well, I've been, I'm a local from Pensacola all my life. I was born here in Brownsville. So my work career was coming to an end. I was looking at retiring down the road and open some.
I got one.
Fish.
I got him.
You want to stop and do that first?
I don't think he's
Oh,
really
not
that
very
big, but he is pulling. How did
Yeah.
I catch that fish?
There we go.
You gotta be kidding me.
What is he?
That's a redfish,
It's,
yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be big enough. Yeah, you gotta, let's measure and get him back in the water if he's not big enough. No, look at that. He's a keeper.
Here.
First one of the day for me.
That's right, that's right. Let me put him in the cooler. But when a mom that's never done anything like this, or even a dad, they just need a little leg up. And like I said, to see them get a fishing pole, we've given thousands of fishing rods away, and I get stories back to where mom will tell me that their 2 kids both got a fishing pole at our event, and they're still sleeping with them at night, the fishing rods in the bed with them, because this is the first one they've ever owned. Make no mistake, we like to fish, but the reason we do fish is because we want to use it as a trigger to get to the gospel. So there's people that will come to a fishing rodeo or will do something with mission fishing that would never come to a door of a church. We want to get folks to the God part of the relationship. Folks that have turned away from God in the past, have just turned away, left the church, got nothing to do with it, they'll look at it again right now. Because there's some things going on in their church, in their home life, in their work life, in their raising kids or in their families that they don't know what to do anymore. That's because they don't have a foundation to stand on. And we need to work on that. We need to get them the gospel.
So I would say if we have to sum it up, it's just to bring hope to people. And then of course, the biggest component to the hope for us is through Jesus.
I got a little something here. Not sure what exactly.
Beautiful fish.
Look at that.
I mean, they are beautiful.
That little guy right there is good to eat.
Very good to eat. He's almost 9.
Wow.
8.5.
All right. Got a keeper. I just caught a little snapper. We've already caught 2 redfish.
You know what? I actually did you a favor. I didn't show up, so I wouldn't, get it on camera that I'm the better fisherman in the family.
I hear you. I hear you talking trash.
The ministry that was here had started in 2007 as a response to the need of the hungry in our community here. We serve around 100 to 150. As people needed things, we began trying to fill that need. We have hygiene products that we provide once a month. We have a Learn to Read program that meets in our building. We have an Earn a Bite program. We were having several recovery type groups meeting in our building. We were really starting to get to know this population of people who had come through many addictions, but were trying desperately to get back on their feet. And so we began inviting them to stay with us.
Well, I'm with my new friend, Cheryl Hennon. She is the amazing assistant director at Bright Bridge Ministries, and I'm just overwhelmed at the amount of services that are going on literally a daily basis here at Bright Bridge. And Cheryl, thank you so much for your leadership and just the amazing work, kingdom work. I can just feel the heartbeat of God's Father, our Father, in this place. And so tell us about your involvement, your role here at Bright Bridge.
Sure. I mean, it is a beautiful place to be, and we feel it all the time. I mean, God is in this place, and we want people to know when they come here that they are not alone.
Yeah.
Whatever they might be struggling with, whatever addiction, whatever has brought them to this place, we are here to be a Christ-centered environment for people to grow.
A lot of us walked in the door with nothing, just the clothes we had on our back. We have achieved so many things since we've been here.
There are people who come to this place physically and mentally and spiritually broken. Everywhere you go, you will begin to encounter people who are overwhelmed. And we want to be, for those individuals, like a bridge over troubled waters. From what has been to what can be. From darkness to light.
Marcel, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too, sir.
Yeah, for sure. We are just so impressed at what the mission and the impact that Bright Bridge is having in the community. And I just learned that you are on the board here at Bright Bridge. So tell us about how that came to be in your involvement.
Well, I've been involved with Stan and Pastor Robin for a number of years with their food program and feeding people. I always thought it was awesome. Our church would always partner with them for Thanksgiving to buy turkeys and stuff like that to make the meals. Then I decided to become a part of Bright Bridge when they were doing the transition with the new logo and the new name. So I became a board member with them. So I work hard with the board to help them with the city and with the county to make the connection on the political realm for the board members.
We want to hold them accountable, but we also want to surround them with support, with care, with a sense of community. For whatever reasons in their past that they got to this point, it doesn't matter. What they need now is a helping hand.
I was just having a hard time in life. You know, things weren't really going well for me. I couldn't find a comfortable place, so I relapsed on drugs. And when I did, I went down hard. I found this place, and Pastor Robin has helped me tremendously. I'm done with that past, you know, and this is what I live for now. It's all about growing from here and into my future.
They took me off the streets. I'm in a rehabilitation program, which is a very wonderful program to help me out. You'll be able to like save money. You have like good work skills that they teach you, and they provide, you know, a meal every day. So this is something that's wonderful that they're doing for people that wants to do this.
There's several guys that have started off down here in the emergency shelter, and they found employment. They've moved upstairs to the phase 2, where they pay rent. You know, they helps change them with their lifestyle, and you know, just help them all the way around, pretty much. It's a lot. It's a great change too. It's awesome to see them change from when they first came in, beat down and messed up and everything, to what they turn into with God's help.
We have one guy here who he did so well till the company actually gave him a truck to drive to do the stuff. And he's still here now, but pretty soon he'll transition out. So one of the unique things about Bright Bridge is that if you do have an addiction problem, we help you get a counselor. We have 2 social workers here that can help you. So when I say that this is the choice for your chance, and we give you that chance of life, and with Jesus Christ being the centerpiece of our mission, it really helps them to transition back into society. So the uniqueness of Bright Bridges is that you don't stay here forever, but you transition back.
I've hit rock bottom several times, and I sought help. I'm on the other side of the fence now. It's pretty cool being a contributing member of society. I can't thank this place enough.
I was laying in the woods for 4 days, telling myself that, you know, this is it. God take me. I'm ready to go. I'm done. This place has saved my life. It really has. And I've gotten life back, you know, and I'm talking to my mom and dad again. Got my family back in my life, you know, and wow, what it is, it means everything.
We started here volunteering like years ago. We were working, you know, we have our own stuff going on. She was a manager partner for Chili's for like 20-some years. I've been in the restaurant industry as a pastry chef, cooking, same amount. And we fell in love with this place.
Yeah, seeing the people's face and hearing how grateful they are, and them thanking us for the time we put in to ensure that they get a delicious meal.
It changed lives. Like we have a lot of them that are working with us now.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, we've had people that moved from here to the shelter to where they're training to cook now. So very great.
Yeah, you see progression and growth.
Yes.
See a
and we
difference.
we're just not opening cans. We're like cooking fine dining food. We everything is fresh. Like that's what they feel it. Because we're actually putting the love on it for real.
And what was so impressive as well, as Cheryl mentioned, volunteers come from all walks of stripes of churches all over the area. It's just marvelous to see the body of Christ comes together to serve and to make a difference in a community like this. And so I assume volunteers are always needed. How do they get connected?
Sure. Well, volunteers are always welcome because of the numbers we're feeding. I mentioned before the pandemic, we were feeding about maybe on average 120 meals. And really last week, I know on Friday, they served 480 meals just in the weekday lunch alone. That doesn't even count all the shelters that we're also feeding and other people around the city. So easily serving 500 meals a day right now. So individuals can come every weekday, anytime from 9 to about 12:30. We have an open door for volunteers.
Okay.
And all they need to do is really show up, but they can sign up ahead of time if they want to contact. All of our contact information is online, and we love to have new volunteers.
Lives are being changed here. We all have that spark in us, that light that wants to shine, and we want to help people realize what they can do, what they can be, have the hope that there is a better life, there is a better way where they can shine again.
We journey together where there is hope, where there is help, where there is a future. At Bright Bridge Ministries.
I would just encourage new people to try it. If it's not your thing, that's fine, but it's a great thing for kids to get into, and it's just a fun family thing.
What you got?
Still on?
Yep, still on. Somebody bring the net.
Oh yeah. Got him. Oh yeah.
Man,
good way to end it.
Gosh, that's a good one.
Woo, what a day of fishing it has been. I know you've enjoyed this special edition of Coast Up Close on location in Pensacola Bay, the Intercoastal Sound. Now we're coming back home into Bayou Tahar. But man, we've caught bluefish, we caught snapper, speckled trout, redfish. What else, boys? Flounder. It was just a ton of fun. I mean, let me just say that. And what a great couple Scott and Diane Stillman are with their ministry, literally making fishing a mission. And so reach out to them. They'll be glad to hook you up, get your family out, your kids, teach them to fish, and they'll have a good sport for a lifetime. Also want to thank Bright Bridge Ministries for the amazing work that you're doing. Cheryl and so many of the volunteers, the team there, just so impressed what's going on at Bright Bridge. And also, of course, Salvation Army. We almost take them for granted, but we cannot. They're doing a great work in our community. And Captain Stephen Wildish, his wife, and so many of the volunteers as well are providing so many valuable services to the area. So please consider your involvement there as well. So, hey, have a blessed week. We'll be back here somewhere in the Gulf Coast having a great time in Him. Be blessed, everyone.